If I stay silent, somebody behind me is not going to be in a stronger position to do the fighting I'm able to do.
He took a stand against what he calls the supervisor's blatant racism at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center.
The employee received poor job reviews afterward and then was suspended months after his supervisor called him the N-word in front of other workers. The I-Team's Dylan Collier spoke with the whistleblower and joins us live with a story you'll see only on KENS 5.
And Sarah and Jeff, the I-Team spoke with several co-workers of this man. They say they witnessed Department Facilities Coordinator Robert Lassier use the N-word in November when referring to the man. Late today, city officials acknowledged an investigation determined Lassier had used the word and that it suspended him for 2 days.
San Antonio is a city on the rise.
As San Antonio Mayor Julian Castro applauded the city for its progressive approach during February's State of the City address.
Cities are the places where people of different backgrounds, different perspectives.
A race discrimination case unfolded inside the same building.
In this day and age, people are still thinking in that fashion. It's deplorable.
This building maintenance officer at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center asked us to conceal his identity. In November, he filed an internal complaint against his direct supervisor, Department Facilities Coordinator Robert Lassier, after several co-workers told the employee Lassier said, quote, "I'm going to get some work out of this N-word," in reference to him.
Ultimate slap in the face, you know what I mean? That's the only way I can really put it.
The employee called the comment the last straw in a disturbing pattern of racist comments from Lassier, which included mocking darker-skinned employees who appeared on surveillance cameras inside the convention center, with comments like this.
I wish he had on lighter clothing so I could see him.
As City Human Resources investigated the whistleblower's complaints, it removed him from under Lassier's supervision. A month later, it returned the whistleblower to Lassier's department after the city concluded it could not corroborate the complaint. From there, the employee says the workplace turned toxic. A job review 2 months before the incident applauded him for achieving expectations or demonstrating progress in all 5 categories he was rated on. By March, his marks turned negative. The man assigned to rate the whistleblower, Robert Lassier, noted he no longer achieved minimum expectations. 4 days after this negative job review came word of a 2-week suspension for the employee for failing to supervise a cleanup inside Exhibit Hall D of the Convention Center.
A smear campaign is a smear campaign.
Prior to filing a federal race discrimination complaint, the employee emailed Lassier and another supervisor, calling the actions taken against him discrimination and clear retaliation, and telling them, quote, "I would like this harassment to stop."
It's time that we change direction and course with respect to race relations in this country.
Gerry Goldstein is a nationally renowned civil rights attorney who calls San Antonio his home in large part because of the diversity of this community.
For the most part, we've moved beyond that. And if an instance arises, I would expect my city government to promptly respond to that.
The I-Team attempted to speak with Convention Center management for the story, but instead got this statement from City Human Resources. The city of San Antonio takes claims of this nature very seriously. The facts surrounding the initial complaint resulted in swift and appropriate discipline.
I didn't ask for the fight. I'm not trying to be a hero, but I'm not afraid to fight.
We attempted to talk to Lassier on Friday, but he was not at work or at home when we stopped by. Tonight, however, I did speak with Assistant City Manager Ed Belmatis on the phone about all of this. He confirmed the 2-day suspension and then reiterated the city does not tolerate this type of behavior. The whistleblower, meanwhile, conceded he does not have a perfect track record at work. His personnel record indicates he served a 5-day suspension in 2012 for neglecting his job duties. Federal investigators are now scheduled to interview some of the same employees who told the I-Team they heard Lassier use the N-word. With the I-Team, Dylan Collier, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.